All right. 有种舌头. Welcome to today's podcast. This is Playing Married with True and
Mina.
And today we're going to be talking about
How to show love.
how to show love. You see, I think how to show love is important because it helps the other person know that you love them, right?
Yeah, and I think it helps the relationship stays together.
Yeah, I think showing love is why we are.
Or you get reminded of,
Yeah.
the person. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, that's my these vocab are just not coming out.
I don't know, man. Do you know how to show love?
But no, like what I'm saying is like when you show love, right? Then the other person feel loved and it feels like you're committed to the relationship, But if you don't show any love and it's just all words and there's no action, right? Would I believe you that you love me, To me, then I will be, if I'm in the right mindset, right? Or my opinion, let's put it this way. I'm just stating Mina's opinion, not the whole world's opinion, okay? But you would be like, those manipulator, right? Where you manipulate me to stay in the relationship, but you really don't love me, right?
That's right.
See?
That's right. Just for the record, I'm not a manipulator.
He is the biggest one.
And so I think there are many ways that you can show love, right?
Yes, there's
and
many ways.
There are people who it's hard for them to show love,
Yes, there are some people that's very, or, for whatever reason, I think they're just, I don't know if I would use the word built that way, but they were, I think they grew up not having much affection, I guess, because I can't speak of Zining, right? Because for example, I used to only think that Zining le chi show affection, right? And only Bunny show. So I have met many guys. I mean, like
many guys. What? Are we?
Not many guys. I have met Chu. Let's put it that way, and he's very.
I am not many guy. I'm only one guy.
Okay, the only guy I know. Okay.
All right.
Chu, right?
He's
very. He's very. He shows a lot of affection, right? Not just like affection wise, as of like he's very like.
Affectionated.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, but he shows a lot of love, not just through words but through action. Let's put it that way,
So,
and
yeah, I think we're gonna talk about actually the type of way to show love, right?
Yeah.
And what we think is
love, yeah.
what we think is the most sweetest, and then what we think is maybe the most important thing that you should show.
I mean, I don't know about the word what is the sweetest, because I think all of them can be very sweet in their own way, because they're all different things and different way of showing love, right? So I wouldn't choose what is the sweetest, for example, because for me, I don't need an actual item to say, oh, you're so sweet. I don't need a $100,000 bag or an item, right? I'm still happy.
Note pointed. Note pointed. I'm going to
like
write that down
I
in my
can
notes.
be very happy with, just a meal that's cooked for me, or you just being well, I wouldn't say being responsible, because you are really responsible. But I'm just putting out there that, such as like, bathing the child, right? That makes me very happy. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm very grateful that he did that today, because I would have done it if he didn't do it, So just helping out around the house, right? I'm very happy. To me, that's very sweet. But to other women, it could be, such as buying them an item. It can be such as throwing them a surprise party, or buying them a house, buying them a car, something big, or some people are just happy, with little small items, or maybe even nothing, But I'm just saying,
Are you happy with nothing?
Yeah, I'm happy with nothing. I'm okay with nothing too.
Are you?
Yes, honey.
Oh.
Wait, am I?
I don't know. You kept telling me that you are, but when actually it comes to it, you are not.
That's a lie. I don't do that.
Well, I get a lot of hint here and there, so I don't know. No, I'm just joking, you girl.
Yeah. So how to show love, right? Maybe you can start, since you wanted this topic.
Yes, and so before we actually get a topic, we each presents a topic, and then so which one do we think is best, and we talk about. So how to show love. I think a person is designed in a way, if they're gonna be really affectionate or not. But at the same time, I think your significant other could definitely be able to feel if you are loving them or not. You see, when it's just love in the mind, yeah, I mean, very manipulating, I don't think that is love. You can tell somebody you love them, but if you don't feel it, you don't act it out, or you don't show it, I think that's very on the surface, I wouldn't say that they don't love you, but I would say that the level of depth that you are needing that love is not there, you
Yes.
know. And so I think lo lu lo chua lo sheng da chi or ni chi jong ko xie da de na, okay? And so I think words in itself is very shallow. So you lo had ko lu ga sana, it's okay. The words are not that bad, but the words in themselves are very empty if it isn't backed up by something more deeper, you know. Like even the gesture of saying I love you, you know, or doing something for them that would show that it takes effort, right? And so how to show love? How to show love? From this little discussion, I believe love is a show of effort. Love is a show of effort. And what type of effort is that? I would say it is dependent on the person. And you know who you're married to, and you know what kind of affectionation they kind of talk to you about. Of course, they give you plenty of clues, right? And if you don't know what it is, then chances are you don't care much for those clues. But you should kind of have an idea what would make this person or this girl or this guy feel love. And so it's very simple. It's just right there. It's not a mystery. Is it a mystery?
No.
It shouldn't be. If you're married to a certain person and it's still a mystery to you, then what?
You gotta try harder.
If it's still a mystery to you, then chances are that it didn't mean much to you. That's why you didn't really take much thoughts after it, right? And so, how to show love? To me, I'm gonna go right to the top of what I believe, and what it does is once you're able to do this in a way, then everything seems just to flow with it. I think it's very simple. It's nothing complicated. I think to show that person that you love them, you know, is to just allow them to be who they are, you know. And sometimes it's hard for you to accept that. And sometimes, you know, you may not be able to accept it. And it's okay to, you know, let them know that what's working and not working for you. But I think it's important to let them know that you love them enough to want them to be happy, you know. And then I think everything else comes with that. And so if you did buy them something nice, or if you did do them something nice, you add on to that in which you already allow them to be happy. Is that very confusing?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So that's what it means to
Yeah, I think to
Or that's how to show love?
how to show love is to allow the other person to be happy. And when you do all these other little stuff with it, that adds on to their happiness. And that lets you know that they feel love.
Well, for Guna, thought you feel only it's too much, you know?
I don't know.
No, good there to let them to allow them to be themselves.
To allow the other person to be themselves.
Okay, Chu said that because 我都是种找呢.
Oh shit, that's
Okay,
right.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just bragging. No, okay. You know, of course, there's no perfect person
You know,
in a
I didn't
relationship.
really have a hard time to allow you to be yourself. You know, I think in this relationship, I think you are already really ideal already. And so I didn't really have to.
Oh yeah, I better be, honey.
Yeah, you know, because if you were like, you know, like more of a bitch, then
Oh my god.
I might have a trouble with allowing you to be yourself, you know.
But yes, to me in a relationship, right, or to show somebody that you love somebody, right, it might, to me, this is how I will love and return. In a way, I feel like if I show him that I love him this way, he will eventually show me how he loves me in the way that I show him. That's how I see it, you know. So it's just kind of like, you know, what goes around comes around, right? If I'm showing him the same thing, he would have shown me the same thing. In a way, that's how I believe it works. Let's put it that way in our relationship. So I think that, you know,
So you be the example, right? Of
yeah,
how you
or
want to
for
be loved.
example, yeah, like I
right?
would be the example of how I want to be loved, and I will show it to Chu, and then he would eventually get it, or even if he doesn't, then it comes to
Yo, don't expect anything here. You have to break it down A, B, C to them.
yes. Then
Yes.
then that's when you have to be honest in your relationship. You have to communicate, because communication and a relationship is really important, right? You have to communicate, you know. You have to express the way how you feel and the way how you see things.
Don't expect this guy to read your mind because it's not gonna help, right?
It's not gonna help. Yeah, it's not like, you know, it's not like a movie when you play out all of China. You have to voice out your opinion so that they can see it too, you know. And then it comes to accountability, right? It comes to being responsible, you know, admitting your mistakes, right? And then pointing out your flaws and accepting it. And then of course you do the same thing to them too, you know, because we're all human, you know. So sometimes I don't see my flaws, you know, I don't see my own mistake, you know, unless somebody else pointed out. And the best thing you can do in that relationship is to accept that flaws and that mistake that you have done, and you know, just take it and just say, you know, just swallow that pill and just say, you know what, I did make that mistake, and I'm going to of course I can't take it back, but I can always make myself better, right? Because you always want to make yourself better.
You see, the idea of allowing the other person to be free is not so that, you know, they can do whatever they want. No, it's not that. It's just so that you can see them for who they are, and are they a good match for who you are. And so you see, when you don't hold any accountability on the other person, then the other person shows their true color. And so in this way, what I'm trying to say is that you're looking out for yourself by allowing the other person to be free. Is that too deep?
No, I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, so it doesn't mean you can't react, doesn't mean you can't do this, can't do that. Whatever they do, you just take it. No, you don't take their shit, okay? You don't take their shit, no. But you allow them to do whatever shit they want to do, and you just watch. And if it's not for you, you just move on. You do what you need to do. Nobody can control your actions. You control your own actions. But now you can really see if this is something that works for you, so that you can meet in between with no strings attached. With you not expecting anything for that person, but because that person is everything you expected.
Okay, well.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think if you approach it from that way, then you can say, you know what, I want to do this for this person. I want to do that for that person with no conditions attached. You see? So when you can say, you know what, I don't have to, like, you know, put on a pretty face for that person. Okay? Or I don't have to, like, act like I'm so funny for you. You know? I can be myself. You see, when you allow the other person to be themselves, you allow you to be yourself. You see, you set the example of how it is that you want the other person to return in a relationship. And in any relationship, I would love to be able to express myself and be free. Yes, there are things that we will compromise, you know, so that we can both make this marriage work. But those things that we compromise are things that we can't tolerate. And we can't get to that unless we see that there is a problem here. And
Okay, you're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Sorry. Okay, I told But I'm just saying, to any woman, any male out there who is listening to this conversation that we have here, if you know you in deep, S-H-I-T, and the other person, you're giving them so much, you know, because we're all human, we can only take so much. You need to get yourself out of that relationship. That relationship is not for you, okay?
That could be the fact too, yes. And so, you know, I guess it's up to you. You know, we're talking about how to love.
Yeah, I mean, I know, okay. And
right?
Then, yes,
and so I guess
so,
the thing
yeah,
here...
we are, so that's like, you know...
The thing here is, I think how to love is really how to love yourself.
Love yourself.
I think we're talking... I think people are... And it is in a way, here's the thing, it may not make much sense for you, but to love the other person is to love yourself.
Wait, but you see, it's confusing. You say it like that. You have to say you have to love yourself first before you can love somebody else. When you truly love yourself, then you are loving the other person as well.
The question was how to show love, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so let me ask you guys this. Very simple. Can you show love if you have no love to show? To show. You have no love to show. Even for yourself. If you have no love inside of you, can you show that love?
Of course not.
You cannot. And so you see the reason why is confusing is because if you don't have...
You're confusing me.
I'm sorry, guys. If you don't have love for yourself, you have no love to show. And so the most important thing in showing love is to have love. And how do you have love? By loving yourself. You see? And then you can show love to the other person.
Yeah, then my topic was right too, because that's
that's
why I was saying that if you know that person doesn't love you, right, or they're not showing love, then you're not loved there. Don't be in that relationship because you're nobody to them.
Cut. Wait, let's redo this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are we redoing this one?
because hello, gudish. I don't even understand my words anymore. I think it's too deep for me even, you know.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Welcome back. We do this one a different time, you guys.
Okay. Bouncy out, Mina.
And chill.